Hello. So I was supposed to film 2 videos today, and I filmed one, which is supposed to go up in a couple of days, and then the other one that I was supposed to film was supposed to go up today. But I feel like I physically cannot do it. Sometimes this happens in my brain, and currently it's a combination of different factors, right? One is that I did not get a lot of sleep. I'm very tired, which means that when I'm trying to talk about the stuff that I need to be talking about, I'm stumbling over my words more than usual. And it's really annoying, and it just means the video is going to be a mess, as well as being like low energy, because I used up all my energy in the first one, and I don't want to give you guys half-assed videos. But the second reason, right, is that I am far too excited about something that I wanted to announce in that video to even focus on anything else. And so that's the thing. I was going to announce this in the video, but now I just kind of want to tell you guys. And now making a video that isn't about like my usual topics is not good for business. Making a video just to make an announcement, not good for business. But we're going to do it anyway because I think like the core people who are interested will watch it, and hopefully it doesn't mess me up in the algorithm for future videos. Pray for me, because that is what happens. You get one bad video and the algorithm goes, actually nobody likes you. Nobody likes you. I'm not going to show anybody your videos. Not our fault, your fault. Be more likable, make better content. Never make content about stuff that isn't your usual topics. Quite stifling, actually, to my creativity. I have so many videos I would love to make. Like, I can't post my vlogs on this channel. I post them all on the second channel, which is fine, but it's like, well, I could just be posting them here. Could actually make like €2 from them or something, you know? The other channel's not monetized. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. I'm a yapper, you guys know me, and it's so rare that I get to actually like sit down and take the time to just chat and tell you guys what I want to talk about and just talk about it. So whenever I get very yappy because I get very excited. I'm like, oh my god, I get to actually like sit down and talk. So the thing that I wanted to tell you about is, of course, you probably figured it out, to do with my book, which I can't shut up about, but you need to understand this has taken up a huge portion of my life for several years. So, as you may or may not know, don't click off the video. Watch it. It won't be too long. I promise you. Just watch it for me, as a favor. Okay? Thank you. My debut novel, Bound by Blood and Sea. It was funded on Kickstarter by you guys. It was a huge success on Kickstarter, and because of that, I was able to get like a proper editor and cover designer and all that nice stuff. So it's a great success, and I've been teasing that it's supposed to come out later this year. And I can finally tell you guys the release date for Bound by Blood and Sea. The book is coming out officially on the 16th of November, and I kind of can't believe it. Like, it's actually happening. It's actually real. On the 16th of November, this book will be released, and I will officially be a published author. Is that not insane? Now, if you don't know anything about the book, I should probably tell you, because then I always get comments from people being like, can you tell me about the book? And I'm like, I thought I did. Okay, what we're going with now is gay mermaids. It's a little bit more than that. So it is about mermaids. They're more like shapeshifters. They're the Merrow, right? Now, in Irish folklore, the Merrow are basically mermaids, but I've, taken a lot of creative liberties with what I feel a Merrow is, and I've taken a lot of creative liberties with the Irish folklore and mythology that I'm using, because it's my book, and it's a fantasy book, and I can make up whatever I want. So in this version, they are shapeshifters. So they live on land, but they can go in water, and they do have to go in water for certain things. They have water magic, but they live on an island called Inishalta, which is shared with the Aes, which are basically the Fae. There is a lot of tension between these two groups. It's sort of an uneasy peace. Well, they're calling a peace, but there's a lot of conflicts and just sort of low-level things like ships being set on fire and fields being set on fire. There's a lot of fire. A lot of things being burnt, conflicts. They just don't like each other. They don't trust each other. They have their own sides of the island, but it's an unofficial border, so it's not really a border. It's just like there's a forest in the middle, and that kind of separates them, but it's not technically a border, but it also is. Like, everybody knows. So our main character, Turin, she is obviously heir to the Merrow throne on the island, Turin Branlock, and she, through a course of things that do make sense, it's not just for the sake of it, ends up engaged to Caelan Morven, who is the heir to the Aeschi throne. And that's a whole complication. There's other characters. There's a lot of gay stuff. The main character is bisexual. I feel like I've unwittingly made a lot of them bisexual. It's just fun, right? They just tell me what they want. There's a lot of like morally grey characters, there's multiple POVs, there's the Irish mythology, as I said, there's the sea stuff and the shape-shifting stuff and little bits of magic and political intrigue and court politics and the tensions between the people, and it is the first book in a series, so this will be a full series, and it's actually coming out on the 16th of November and people are going to read it, and that's a little bit terrifying actually to me, but I'm also really excited but also really terrified. Like, this is the most exciting thing I've ever done, but also the most terrifying thing I've ever done, because what if, I mean, the ideal situation is people read it and they love it, right? And then I make millions because I'm a bestseller and I can personally solve world hunger because I'm so rich. And then people read my books the rest of time and I'm now a full-time author. That would be ideal, you know? But there's also the option of two things that are really scary. One being that people read it and hate it and think this is a load of shite and this is not a good book. The other horrible, horrible option is that nobody cares and nobody reads it. And I've put my heart and soul into this book. And if that happens, I don't know how I'm going to deal with that. I mean, I guess mitigate it through more marketing and whatever. But, you know, that's really scary. So there's a lot of thoughts going in my head around this release. And it's a very tumultuous time, but I'm also really, really excited because like a book that I wrote is going to be in people's hands, and I think that's so cool, and I can't wait for people to read it. And I mean, I've already started writing the second book. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but I have. I've written like quite a lot of it, so I don't think it's going to be a huge wait between the books. But yeah, November 16th. And I should say, you can now, currently, if you go to my author website, evaaleksandra.com, it'll be linked in the description, and it's spelled KS, not X, on Alexandra, because that is my name. I didn't just do that to be different. You can pre-order the book. So there are 3 benefits to pre-ordering rather than waiting for release, and I'm going to tell you them. I'm going to list these out for you. Currently, you can only pre-order the paperback or a signed paperback. The ebook pre-order is going to come later. I'm hoping next month, but I don't have an exact date. It's just like I need to get some of the formatting stuff fully finished before I can do that, because it's kind of complicated to change the stuff afterwards and it can mess up stuff. And this is my first time doing this, so I don't want to mess up anything. So you can currently only pre-order the paper book, and you can only do that directly through my website. The benefits of doing this now rather than waiting till it's out are threefold, right? Number 1, I have decided to make the shipping free for the pre-order, which means that I am basically paying all the shipping fees. I'm paying all the shipping costs myself out of pocket. So basically right now, if you pre-order it, you don't have to pay the shipping cost. I will pay that for you. Secondly, there is a discount code that you can use for the pre-order, which is pre-order 10, and you will get a discount on the price of it, which I think, you know, that's pretty good. It's only for the pre-order. Thirdly, it really, really, really helps me out if you pre-order it. This is going to be on pre-order until the book is released on the 16th of November, so you have a while to do it. But if you want to get the book regardless of anything, I would really ask that you pre-order it. And I'm going to explain to you why, because I don't want to like hold back my thought processes and my reasoning for things. I don't want to like gatekeep the information or like try and be like sly with any kind of tactics. Basically, I want to give my book the best chance possible of doing well, right? I'm not under any illusion that I'm going to be like massive, and it's going to be like on the level of, I can't think of any books, Fourth Wing or something like that, right? But I still want to have the best chance possible. And on different websites, say Amazon specifically, there are different bestseller lists for like different genres or just releases that day. And the more sales you have in the first week determine whether you hit any of those bestseller lists. And if you hit those bestseller lists, you are in the eyes of more readers. More people will see your book, and you are more likely to get more sales, which means more people having your book in their hands and enjoying it or not enjoying it, and then maybe reading the rest of the series. And that is obviously what I want. I want people to read it. So I want to give myself the best rankings possible in the first week, but pre-orders count towards the first week of sales. So it's kind of an important thing. My cat has decided to do some nonsense over there. Hold on. She has decided that it's dinner time, even though it's so not, so I'm going to make this quick. So that is my reasoning, basically. So it helps me out a lot if you pre-order, and I would really appreciate it. You don't have to, there's no pressure, but I'm just explaining to you why I would like that to happen. Also, it lets me know that people are actually going to read the book when it comes out. And I'm scared. Okay, guys, I'm terrified. But yes, so you can order the paperback, pre-order the paperback, or you can pre-order a signed copy that comes with a bookmark. Now, I would sign every single copy if I could. That's not possible. Well, unless I get like 2 orders. I don't know how many people are going to order the book. I don't know anything, okay? I have no metrics to gauge this. But because I would like to sign more of them, and as, you know, a little incentive, 3 random paperbacks that are pre-ordered will come to you signed, and they will come with the bookmark, and I will ship them before the release date, so there's a chance you might get it before the release date. You might get it early. Now, I can't guarantee because that depends on the shipping, right? That depends on the post office and a lot of things, but I will personally sign the book and add a bookmark and send that to you. Just for 3 random of the paperback pre-orders. My cat's still trying to break things in the corner, hold on. But if you'd like to guarantee that you get a signed book, or you just want to support me a little bit extra, you can order that from the website directly. The pre-order code works for both the products, and you get free shipping on both of them. So that is my big announcement. I'm really terrified, I'm really excited. I could yap for another hour just about this. Maybe if you guys are interested, I might just do like a little live stream or something at some point, or maybe just a live on Instagram to talk about this, because I know people on YouTube don't all care, because you're here for me to talk about, like, I don't know, Trish Paytas, stuff like that. So thank you for listening to me yap. This is really exciting for me. Bound by Blood and Sea, my debut fantasy novel, is officially out. And November 26th, not 26th, 16th. I'm already getting it wrong. I made up a date, which actually reminds me, this is the last thing I have to yap about. Another reason that I'm really, really terrified. I've done 2 major mistakes. 2 huge mistakes, right? The first one is I set up the pre-order during Mercury retrograde. See, I can't even say it. That's how awful that is. The second mistake I made is that the release date for the book, I didn't realize when I set this release date, I spent so much planning to figure out the optimum release date, did not take into account the planets. And when I'm releasing it, it's also Mercury retrograde. And I really was not sure if I should change the release date, but it was too late because I already announced it to the Kickstarter backers and the newsletter subscribers. So yeah, pre-orders will also help me mitigate the planets messing this all up. Anyway, thank you so much. Subscribe, follow me stuff. I post things about my book on Instagram if you want to hear more about that. Okay, love you. Bye.